Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had just done a couple of tournaments, and we had talked about the future of Beartilde the Trader. I really need to change his name, actually. I feel like Beartilde the Trader is not really applicable anymore. But, yeah, hopefully, in the foreseeable future, in this episode, we might actually be able to change it. If we are victorious, you'll see what I mean about that in just a second. But, yeah, I have read the entirety of the Stolen Notes of Luciana of Ethos, and it improves nodal relations, obviously, and it gives us plus 10. So you start off with minus 20, so I now have minus 10, which is actually pretty nice. And I also happen to find some more various loot, obviously, but I also happen to find this from Brother Randolph. This is the Codex of the Righteous Ranger, which is obviously going to mean that we will have another 10, hopefully, of nodal relations, and we'll be neutral with them, which is going to be even better. I really like that quite a lot. Now, obviously, we do have surgery, trainer skill, and wound treatment. I actually did go back and purchase the trainer skill book because I won another, I think, 2 tournaments, and that gave us enough money to be able to buy another 2 die works and some books and stuff, so that was pretty nice. Now, yeah, you'll see what I mean about this in just a second, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know about our stats here. Look at these. The wound treatment and the surgery are just fantastic. The trainer is really, really nice as well. Don't even look at me about our weapon proficiencies, though. Our weapon proficiencies are utter trash. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. But otherwise, this is our army right here. I have a bunch of hero adventurers and maiden adventurers as well, mainly because I was able to rescue some peasant women from a Red Brotherhood party that was in combat with some farmers from the Feardsvane territory. So yeah, I was able to rescue some peasant women and level them up reasonably quickly. And we also have some adventurers. I found 8 young Feardsvane nobles, and I was able to level those up. And do bear in mind that my experience gain is increased by a pretty significant margin, not game-breakingly so, because it still takes a huge amount of time to level these guys up, but it is going to mean that for those of you with default values, it's going to take a lot longer. And do bear in mind that I do produce this series for YouTube, so yeah, there is that. Anyway, we are currently in front of a MYSTMOUNTAIN army. And now, obviously, these MYSTMOUNTAIN guys, they're going to be pretty difficult to take out, but you can kind of already see that they've been a bit weakened. And who weakened them, you ask? Well, I didn't, that's for sure. It was this guy, Duke Aldemar. He was the one to weaken them. As you can see, he's actually a little bit injured there, but he was going to win. He was actually going to win, and I was just resting here at Poinsbrook because I just bought a Weavery and Dye Works here, or a tannery or something, and I was just going to go and help him, and as soon as I was going to go and help him, these guys ran away. The MYSTMOUNTAIN army ran away. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to pursue them. I'm going to try and see if I can win against them. And I thought this would be a really good focus for an episode. Maybe we'll actually gain an achievement for defeating a MYSTMOUNTAIN army. I'm not entirely sure about that. Obviously, there is no Qualis gem up for grabs, which is actually really sad. I personally would love a Qualis gem right now. And speaking of that, I have been going around attempting to find the Red Brotherhood hideout map, and all I've gotten is maps to the secret chest in Rain, which of course we already know about, and maps to the Valenbray chest, which we already know about, of course. Now, this army does have a bunch of brigands and peasant women within it, so technically they only have about 125, 130 powerful units or semi-powerful units, so we're hopefully going to be able to show them a thing or two. So let's see if we're able to do that. I don't know whether we will be able to. I'm going to tell my cavalry to follow me immediately. Let's get our infantry over here as well. Let's get our archers to be there. These guys all have cavalry, by the way. They have only cavalry, so I can assume that we are going to have some pretty big problems. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to tell every one of our cavalry just to charge in straight from here, and our archers are going to hopefully rain down death and destruction upon them. But as you can see, they're all being stopped in the middle, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to try and do is use my lance to its greatest effect, and hopefully from there... Whoa, did you see that guy? Yep, I saw that guy. Did you see that guy just go flying off the map? That was hilarious. Okay, so I don't even know what was going on with that, but doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to try distracting these guys. Lethal Duran, really? Did you really get taken out that quickly? You are an utter embarrassment to the Noldor. Ah, never mind. It's fine. I suppose he just took a bunch of damage, and that's okay. There's a Bearclaw Berserker death as well, very nice. We are going to, of course, lose a bunch of our units, but that is to be expected. I don't really mind too much about that, as long as we don't lose too many of the adventurers. That would be nice. Yeah, it took me a while to get those leveled up, so please do not get killed. Please don't all die. Well, the hero adventurers are seeming to do quite a lot of damage already, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine. I'm just going to continue using my lance. How many have we killed so far? We've killed 78. Very nice. We're actually doing extremely well. And I'm hopeful that it will just continue. But you know how it is. You know how it is. Sometimes it can turn around very, very quickly because they have the numbers. I'm going to try and kill as many Bearclaw Berserkers as possible because, obviously, as we know, they are very powerful units. There we go, kill that guy. Can we actually just... Oh my, there's actually a lot of Bearclaw Berserkers right here. Look at them, they're just after me like nothing else. Okay, let's see if I can just lance them or miss them completely and apparently knock out someone with my horse for 7 damage. Yeah, that must be embarrassing. Yes, it must be as embarrassing as getting lanced in the face by a Beartilde because, well, we know that Beartilde is not particularly good at it, but anyway... Is there anyone else that I can kill around here? We actually seem to be victorious. We seem to be victorious, and we've only lost 13 units. Can you imagine that? And, by the way, I've not changed my difficulty or anything like that before you ask, because, yeah, people are no doubt going to ask, but it's exactly the same. The only thing that is a little bit less than maximum is my own damage, because obviously in Pendor you're going to die extremely fast anyway, so having it on full damage is kind of silly, in my opinion, because you're just gonna end up on the floor more often than not, if you're me, obviously. If you're yourself, and you just want to, be a little bit more tactical and stand at the back and do whatever you want to do, then that's absolutely fine. But for me, I like to be in the thick of things and have some fun, so... Yeah, anyway, there you go. That seems to be it. That seems to be... I'm flabbergasted. Absolutely, to bring out one of those old words there. Old worlds, I was going to say. Old worlds, yes. Old worlds, new worlds. Fantastic. Anyway, let's see. How... Oh my. Okay, so I'm going to just tell my archers just to charge now because I want them to get into range a little bit. I think they've probably used all their arrows anyway, but it would be kind of nice for them to assist us a little bit. Oh yeah, also I have finally disabled formations. Disabling formations has helped severely when it comes to actually winning in battles, because right now, as you could see, the cavalry was in the front, more or less. The infantry was also kind of in the front, so that was really, really nice. These hero adventurers, though, are fantastic. I just have to assess the damage after this to have a look and see what's actually going on with how many of them we lost, because obviously they are fantastic, and I don't really want to lose too many of them, so there you go. 24 renown, 29 morale is fantastic. So, how many did we lose? Okay, so we lost 1 hero adventurer, which is kind of harsh in itself, but it's okay. We lost 2 adventurers, which is also pretty bad, but otherwise, 1 maiden adventurer, 1 maiden cavalry is okay. And, yeah, then we just lost Ravenstone units, which I don't really mind about. They're pretty easy to get back, so that's okay. But there you go, 167 of them eliminated. That was a MYSTMOUNTAIN army. I am unsure whether we'll be able to get an achievement for that. I hope we will be able to. And we also have a number of things that we can take here. So I'm going to be taking maiden scouts because obviously they do become maiden cavalry. I'm going to be taking some peasant women as well because of that fact as well. And what else are we going to be taking? Well, obviously rangers. Should I take a Squire at Arms? What do they become? They become Ravenstone Knights, so I am actually going to be taking the Squire at Arms, thank you very much. And what about the Trained Militia? I think they probably become Kier Guards, so I might be able to just leave those where they are. And I could take the Kier Guards instead, the fully grown ones. And is there anything else I can take here? I'm going to miss something. I'm going to miss something that's really, really good, I know it. So... wait a minute, Man-at-Arms? What do they become? They become Kier Guards. Alright, well, I don't really mind about those so much. Okay, so Ravenstone Archer, and I guess mounted rangers will be fine, and we'll just take some horsemen, because they do... Oh, they don't actually level up into anything else. Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? I was hopeful that they might. Alright, well, yeah, I'm not going to actually take those then. I'm just going to take the Man-at-Arms instead, because they become Kier Guards. So that's fine. What about the Rogue Blackheart Squire, though? I think I'm going to take that, because Rogue Blackheart Knights are pretty good. And is there anything else? Farmers? Well, I do actually have my Pilgrim. My Pilgrim is still alive. Tea and Biscuit Savior. Apparently that's the reason why we won that. Yep, surely. And I think that's it, actually. I think that is it, yep. So I was hoping for a little bit better in terms of the enemies that they had taken prisoner, but that's okay. Because, you know, we defeated them. And that's all that matters, in my opinion, so that's pretty nice. Otherwise, we do have a bunch of pretty decent loot. Not actually very nice. I mean, there's one torso armor here that I think could be pretty useful. Oh yeah, and I stole Sigismund's in the last episode, didn't I? I think I did, yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's actually looking pretty good right now. So I don't think he really minds too much. I mean, look at that. He actually looks pretty decent, and he's wearing some pretty decent stuff, so that's all right. Okay, so let's see if we can actually level these guys up. And oh, another maiden adventurer. There you go. So we actually just lost one, and now we've gained one. So it's not too bad. But yeah, most of the time, we're actually able to defeat basically anything on the map in terms of bandit parties now, with the exception of really, really big armies. As you've just seen, it was pretty difficult. I think the only reason why we were able to win that is because of the disabling of the formations. Because if not, then obviously the archers are going to be in the front, and because they're all cavalry, they're just going to absolutely massacre us. So there you go. That was fantastic. And there you go, there's an achievement. You have saved numerous villagers from the ravaging MYSTMOUNTAIN army and are granted the title Bane of Froese by the relieved populace. Also gifted with +1 agility in thanks. I don't know how they can make me more agile, because I've been trying for 5 years since you know, the first Beartilde to make them more agile, but they always fall off those ladders, don't they? They always fall off those ladders. They seriously do. Bane of Froese. All right. Okay, so let's have a look here. Bane of... Can I do that? Can I actually... Do I have enough... No! I do not. I do not have enough. I don't know. Vahovi. Shall we go for Vahovi? It sounds like a type of bread, doesn't it? It sounds like a type of bread. Okay, so Beartilde, Bane of Froese. Yes, it sounds like bread, you know. You know why? Because I think... Is it only in England that this is a thing? But Hovis is actually a type of bread. Yes, Hovis is a type of bread. Sponsor? No, they're not sponsoring. No. Anyway, let's have a look. What am I going to do here? Well, leadership, I guess. Leadership is definitely going to be the way to go. And what else am I going to get? I guess some more crossbow and just level up our archery a little bit, feebly enough. So yes, Beartilde, Bane of Froese, the bread destroyer. Ah, that's just too hilarious. And it's Hovis with an H, by the way, not a J or anything. But okay, so there you go. Now we have a much bigger army. Very nice. 12 more slots for us to get some adventurers and things. And I'm actually going to just take a look and see what's going on over here, because there might be some peasant women for the taking. Maybe. They have a Ravenstern Knight and a mounted ranger, and we could theoretically kill them, but we are quite injured right now. I mean, we don't have all of our people ready, so I suppose I can just leave them for now, which is kind of a shame, because, you know, Ravenstern Knights, they're pretty decent. Not the best knights, but they are pretty decent. Okay, who's that? Ah, 2 peasant women. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, basically. Just kind of being like, do they have any peasant women? You know, and just going into every tavern and finding the young nobles and things like that. But I'm really, really pleased and happy that we were able to complete that. I want to sell all my prisoners, thank you very much. And do you have anything else? Any rumors? You are in luck. I don't think I'm actually in luck, thank you very much. Oh, there's a Mettenheim adventurer. Oh, we can actually take this. Yeah, there you go. I keep thinking that I'm absolutely full up in terms of my maximum capacity, but it seems like we're a little bit luckier nowadays. Okay, so just going to sell the bunch of stuff that I gained here. I think I'm going to sell these basic bolts, because if I'm going to use a crossbow, I'm most likely going to use it with another weapon, so having 2 bolts is not particularly necessary. And I'll sell the various loot as well. Alright, so do I need any food? Yeah, I guess I do. Why not? I think we always kind of need food. There we are. Alright, so I'm going to be going on to Rain, and I've already pillaged the secret chest there, by the way, and there was about 7 or 8 various loots in there, so I obviously took all of those, sold it, gained a good amount, and, oh, apparently you will cease fighting my children, or die in the claws of Froese. Yeah, I don't know whether bread has claws. I don't think it does. But yeah, anyway, that is just hilarious. Okay, well, yeah, we're going to... Oh, there's a dye works already here. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, yeah, I was actually just going to be like, oh, yes, we should probably stop our ironworks there, but it's a good idea to just check. Oh, the Brotherhood. He talked about the Brotherhood, but apparently that was not very good. Knights of the Dawn. Yes. Yeah. Ah, young Fiedsvane Noble. Hello there. 5. Actually, 6 of them. There we go. Oh yeah, they're going to become adventurers in no time, and we do have some pretty decent trainer skill right now, so I'm pretty happy with that. I am going to try to find, now that I have a good amount of money, I'm going to try and find Sir Rain, Sir Alistair, and Sir Jocelyn, and they all have exceptional trainer skill, so hopefully that's going to mean that we'll be able to level them up even quicker, but obviously leveling them up to hero adventurers does require actual fighting, because they are so high level that it's just... You just can't do it otherwise. But there you go. We're gaining huge amounts of money right here. 8,300. Everything is looking pretty rosy right now. Pretty nice. And this is the only place where we have an ironworks remaining apart from Sender 4, I believe. So let us cease operations. Give me that extra cash there. 3,300. Not too bad. And let's have a look. Tannery is 500. And Weavery and Dyeworks is 593, so Weavery and Dyeworks it is. Thank you very much. Now, I do like to check sometimes to see whether there is anything in the weapon marketplace, because you never know. But we've already found a pretty good reward here in the form of those young Ravenstern or whatever nobles. I can't even remember their names. That's how disrespectful I am to them, yes. Because they are only, you know, hero adventurer possibilities to me at the moment. So, yeah. But you can see how difficult it is to actually keep those guys alive. Because obviously we did lose quite a few in that battle. But obviously that is a pretty big... That is a pretty big battle. And this is also huge battle right there. I mean, just look at them. They have so many, literally, so many prisoners. Ah, that's so tempting, but 1,000, yeah. Unlikely we'll be able to do that. I don't know whether we'd be able to actually do the peasant army now. I haven't seen the peasant army in a long time, so I can only assume that maybe they have been defeated. But I actually need to check the Pendor wiki to see what kind of achievement the peasant army would give for a defeat, you know, against them. I think that would be pretty nice, but doesn't seem to be anyone around here that I can actually, you know, defeat for good gains, so I guess I'm just going to have to run around, continue running around and see what I can do about that, but there you go. Going to buy another enterprise here. Tannery is 550, that looks like it might probably win. Oh, never mind. Seems that Weavery and Dyeworks is 579, so I'm going to be doing that. There we go. Alright, so how much money do I have now? 15,000 still. Okay, yeah, we're doing pretty well. So, yeah, I think that will be it for this episode. I'm going to continue doing my thing off screen. Going to try and get even more of these guys. As you can see, they've already leveled up into young Fiedsvane adventurers. Then they get into rogue Fiedsvane squires and so on and so forth. And we just keep on going from there. It's basically just a snowball effect because the trainer skill gets them past their initial terrible levels, and then as soon as they're adventurers, they can pretty much handle themselves in any fight against any kind of bandit, even Vanscry Raiders, basically. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.